Hello, it's me, Ricky, together with...
Carol.
It's time for another duo reaction.
Yeah.
We do this quite rare, and we need to do it a bit more, I think, because I know you like it. If you do, smack the like, and of course hit that subscribe, and tell us how much you like it. So we actually find out if you want us to do this more, or no, we just want Ricky. Or no, just want Carol, maybe. I don't know. We are gonna check out some food that are actually banned in other countries.
Yeah.
Before we do that, we say thank you to the channel members and the patrons. Thank you so much for the amazing support. And a shout out to the Supreme Tier donators, Patreon and YouTube membership. Personal shout outs to the ultimate supporters, Deja, Walt, Roni, and Dwayne. If you want to join them, click join to become a member or check out the amazing cool link in the comment section. It's pinned on top. Yeah. If you are an old subscriber, thank you. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome and thank you. I think we covered everyone.
Yeah.
I think so. Okay, so the video we're gonna watch is American foods that are banned in other countries.
And I think this could be fun because we have done a bunch of unboxing now, and we got the food that that we don't have here in Sweden. So it could be fun to see what America has that's not okay here or somewhere else.
Yeah, but what I'm thinking is that I'm gonna guess that there's some coloring.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you call that? Coloring chemicals that is banned in most countries. I think it's very hugely a big difference in the United States and of course in Sweden that we actually ban basically everything.
Yeah.
Just because it's ever so slightly bad for you. We'll ban everything else like snooze. Don't ban it. I'm just kidding. So we're gonna find out what this is, and hopefully it's we can actually say that this. But I'm thinking that they're gonna say things that's banned in the United States, but it might not be banned in Sweden.
Okay.
I'm thinking that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
What?
scene.
What?
Overlay to the two.
I'm going. I'm going.
Okay. Sorry.
Holy crap! Let's do this.
Yes.
Most Americans want to believe that the United States is the gold standard of clean food. But that belief may not hold up to scrutiny. From unsanitary practices in mass production to the addition of dangerous chemicals, countries have good reason to give the side eye to imported foods claiming to be USDA approved. That's right. This week we're talking about American foods that have been banned by other countries. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History Food channel.
Of course, before I forget, go check out the channel we're currently watching, which is Weird History Food. And we're going to click like on screen, like the video. If you want to check them out, you find the link for the video and the channel in the description, and go give them the love and support that they so much deserve.
Yeah.
Now, let's continue.
Yeah.
Then leave a comment and tell us what other world food facts you would like to know more about. Now let's see how wrong the rest of the world really is. Since the dawn of Skittles, there have been rumors about the dangers of eating them. Every one of us heard at least one classmate claim that the red ones make you sterile, and the yellow ones, they give you cancer.
No.
Turns out,
So I eaten both of them, and I'm not sterile, and I don't have cancer. Yeah. We have Skittles available in Sweden today.
Yeah, in some stores, yeah.
Yeah.
It might be worse than that. First of all, your classmate wasn't wrong. The dyes known as Yellow 5 and Yellow 6 have been linked to hives and hyperactivity in children. Sweden and Norway have banned the candies out of concern.
Maybe they have changed it here.
Yeah.
The European Union...
Well, I gotta check how old this video are, because it feels like we're 5 months.
Maybe we don't. Maybe they.
What? It's just no. That's not true. The Skittles in the store.
But maybe they
changed the recipe within 5 months. I don't understand. I feel like this is not. They are just guessing. They're just picked.
We can look it up after.
I'm angry.
Union will most likely be banning Skittles at the end of the year, having already swapped out some of the dye for more natural flavors. This is because...
So in the end of the year, they're thinking about banning it, he says.
Okay.
So
Yes, because of the red made you sterile, and the yellow one gave you cancer. So funny.
Because of something called
What is studies on that one? You force people to eat the yellow one to see if they get cancer?
Yeah.
Well, you guys have eaten the red one now for 2 years. How's your soldiers doing?
titanium dioxide, which can be found making the colors pop across the rainbow. Research linked titanium dioxide to damaged DNA, which can lead to cancer. While Europe may be ahead of the Skittles awareness curve, America is quickly catching up. In May of 2021, the Environmental Working Group asked the FDA to categorize titanium dioxide as toxic. And yes, before you ask, right now the FDA says it's okay to consume some of that chemical compound. You can taste the rainbow, but just in moderation. California is home to an ongoing lawsuit against Mars Inc., the parent company of Skittles. The lawsuit claims Skittles are not only toxic, but are unfit for human consumption. So maybe for now, play it safe. Just go have some Swedish fish instead.
No, why?
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 In Sweden, we just call them fish.
Okay.
Ever looked at a piece of crusty French baguette, be it in cartoon or in real life, but let's be honest, it was probably in the hands of Pepe Le Pew, and think, I can't make a sandwich with that? As great as we talk about the invention of sliced bread, a lot of European countries have actually banned much of what you'd find on America's wide.
Why? What do you have in your bread that we haven't? I mean, bread is bread.
Well, I think that when you mass produce something, and I think we mass produce something in Sweden too, but not that quantity.
No, you're
so
right.
when you make a 600 billion breads in one day, are they having conservatives? Is that the thing that they put in something in the bread that makes it last a bit longer?
Okay.
So it doesn't get moldy within 2 days. Because if we buy a bread in Sweden and we don't touch it for a couple of days,
it's gone.
It's gone directly because it's fresh. Yeah.
Yeah, I have worked in the store, so I know the bread guys comes every day and pick up the old. So
pick up the old one and bring in the new.
It's top. I think 3 days.
3 days. Yeah. Because I don't think we use any kind of conservatives in our bread the way that I'm not saying the United States are doing it.
No.
So I'm not pissing all over that.
No.
So
I'm just curious.
Don't shoot me and send hitmen to kill me.
Wide grocer shelves. That's because we make a lot of our bread not just with grain, but with a variety snack packs worth of additives. Like azodicarbonamide, for example, which helps bleach flour and strengthen dough. Fun fact about azodicarbonamide, it's also used in a spectrum of industrial products, including yoga mats. Downward dogs. The European Union is really against the idea of its citizens eating yoga mat material and has banned their use in food products. Pork, the other white meat, is a staple of American meats, along with chicken, fish, and beef. From bacon to ham, hot dogs to pork chops. American meat eaters consume about 67 pounds of pig per person every year. Soo-wee, my heart is stopping. Don't get us wrong, other nations indulge in swine just as much, if not more, than Americans. So why doesn't the U.S. export scores of succulent bacon-bearing boars? Well, it turns out America adds a lot of chemicals during processing. Ractopamine in particular is used in many pig farms to raise porkier porkers. Ractopamine, which we put a dash of in a lot of foods, has been banned in 160 countries, which all consider the drug unsafe for human consumption. This in turn has led to a prohibition of pork exports across the world. The EU hasn't touched the stuff since outlawing ractopamine in 2009. China and Russia have been ractopamine-less since 2013. Maybe that's because ractopamine has the same effects as an intoxicant on humans and can cause tachycardia, headaches, and muscle spasms if consumed in large enough quantities. But it is a small price to pay for a perfect piece of the pork.
I eat a lot of pork.
Yeah, but that's not in Sweden. They add this
I know.
Because was it speed up the metabolism? So the pigs eat more, gets chunkier, and it gets the meat a leaner taste to it. So I understand why you guys freaking add it, but if it's banned, if Russia bans anything, let's just all say that Russia banned this one in 2000 whatever 9 whatever it was 13. I mean, they don't give a flying. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. Shit.
Hygiene in America often comes down to dousing stuff in a chlorine bath and calling it FDA approved, and chicken is no exception. Pathogen reduction treatments, or PRTs, refer to the use of different chemicals to destroy harmful microbes on raw meat. Somewhere along the line, American food regulators decided a quick chlorine shock was the best way to kill salmonella and other bacteria on uncooked poultry. Chlorine.
This is something we have in Sweden. A lot of rebacks.
Yeah.
Because of salmonella outbreaks. We have that on a regular basis. So we got the biggest business in Sweden is kronfågel, so crown bird.
Yeah.
is in English. And they have repeatedly major issues with salmonella actually being in their chicken.
Yeah.
And this way that the United States does it, they go in and put in a chemical that actually kills all salmonella risks. However, that chemical still lingers in the chicken after it's the process line is done. So I understand why.
Yeah,
because salmonella outbreak
can
cripple the entire city.
Marinade. And look, it's not that the EU is against taking a long gulp from the public pool now and then. In fact, the risks posed by chlorine consumption are relatively low. The bigger concern is that the chlorine baths are just an eye-burning band-aid on a larger problem. The tip of the beak, so to speak. They're worried that the PRTs are insufficient to deal with more than just the normal bacteria and don't get at a potential contamination from things like low-quality feed to unsanitary coops on farms.
I feel really bad. I feel really bad for the animals.
Yeah.
We don't give a flying frick about how we actually treat them, and it actually affects me really wrong. I'm getting really angry here because I'm still eating that shit.
But we buy our meat at a local
butchery.
So we know that they have been treated right.
Yeah.
We try.
We ain't buying meat from the grocery stores or the stores anymore because first of all,
we want the Swedish local.
Yeah, Swedish local, and the animal gets treated well.
Yeah.
Because I'm not buying this bull crap mass produced where the animals get kicked to death before they get slaughtered. I ain't doing that.
The EU called the chlorine rinse an easy fix, arguing no chemical rinse will ever remove all bacteria from meat heavily contaminated as a result of poor hygiene. That hurts extra to hear it from the French.
Mountain Dew?
Mountain Dew is the closest any soft drink has come to being fully weaponized. But did you know in Austria and Norway, the soda is outright banned?
Yeah,
that's because Mountain Dew's signature Chernobyl radiant hue comes from tartrazine, also known as yellow 5. And if your ADHD hasn't kicked in yet, you'll remember that color and number from the Skittles section earlier.
Yeah.
It's been linked to headaches, hyperactivity, and the desire to be annoying to other people. Ironically,
no, that gotta be the last one. Gotta be bullshit because I have that.
Stop drinking the Mountain Dew.
Yeah. That's why I don't drink a lot of Mountain Dew, but it kind of explains why I'm so annoying.
The qualities that make Mountain Dew a soda non gratis in other countries is exactly what the brand promotes: a frenetic, over-caffeinated lifestyle. Do the do. Baja Blast. Woo-hoo. And while you might be able to find Mountain Dew in Europe, it's going to hit a little different. That's because Europe spent exactly 2 years in the 90s riding the dew before discontinuing it. What is being sold as Mountain Dew in the EU has a recipe closer to the original carbonated beverage, as created by Tennessee beverage bottlers Barney and Ollie Hartman in the 1940s.
Oh my God.
The original Mountain Dew was meant as a whiskey mixer, with the name coming from the affectionate Scottish term for moonshine.
Yeah.
It'll tickle your innards, is what the old ads used to read. No lies detected here.
Yahoo! Mountain Dew!
No, not Little Debbie. I love Little Debbie.
Yeah, that's weird. I wasn't expecting that.
No.
Is it all Little Debbie's?
Little Debbie has been providing Americans with comfort snack food since the 1960s, with their variety of zebra cakes, star crunches, nutty bars, fudge rounds, and cosmic brownies. But their big claim to fame, as anyone who has ever had their lunch packed by a parent can attest, is the Little Debbie Swiss Rolls, a mixture of rich chocolate cake and butter-creamy filling. Over 900 million cartons of Little Debbie products are shipped each year, but none of those cartons go anywhere near Austria or Norway. Blame those rascally additives, yellow 5 and red 40. Swiss rolls contain 32 milligrams of dye per product, and in those quantities, they've been shown to have an adverse effect on children. And we're not just talking about causing hyperactivity, although one study found that cutting all artificial food coloring from diets may be 1/2 as effective as prescribing kids Ritalin. And while we can't prove there's a direct connection between artificial food coloring and cancer, they do cause damage to white blood cells, causing them to mutate after only 3 hours. Exposure to these dyes could cause tumor cells to multiply way more rapidly. For that reason, researchers say a high chronic intake of food colorings throughout the entire life is not advisable.
We got the tree cake. We actually got the tree cakes too.
Yeah, we did.
And they are freaking delicious.
Yeah.
If only they weren't so delicious. Surprisingly, you can buy Little Debbie's Swiss rolls in the EU.
Swiss is not Sweden. I just want to point that out. That's Switzerland. It was Swede rolls. That will be a completely different thing.
But they come with warning labels advising parents of the potential dangers to kids. You know, like cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
When you hear the words banned breakfast cereal, you're probably imagining one of the countless kid-focused brands of sugary morsels, like the oh-so-delicious Cookie Crisp. So you might be surprised to learn that it's actually Special K, the most boring cereal on all of the earth, that has been banned in Denmark and discouraged in the EU.
Denmark?
How does the healthiest box of flakes on the shelf get banned, while stuff like Reese's Puffs and Cinnamon Toast Crunch continue to enjoy free passage? Ironically, because of its supposed health benefits. In the UK, Special K has been put on blast by the Advertising Standards Authority for exaggerating how much folic acid they pack into portions. Though it's still legal to buy in Europe, Denmark has completely banned Special K since 2004 for all its fortified vitamins and minerals.
So, wait a minute. So they banned them because of the over-exaggeration on how beneficial it is for you. So they claim. Am I wrong? Because I'm thinking that it's because they claim to have this amount of beneficial substance in it, but on the true side, it's not even half of that, and for that, it's banned in Denmark.
Yeah,
because I know that Denmark's the guys who decides this livsmedelsverket, that is
yeah, I don't know what the.
No, it's no, I don't know either. I don't know.
We have like
it's a government. It's a government that they actually decide if a food is good or not.
Yeah, if they're legal. Yeah.
If it's illegal,
they are. But we have Kellogg's, but not so many varieties.
No, we have Special K.
Yeah, but they are coming in different fiber.
But I don't think Sweden is that prone to actually ban stuff. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's continue.
Regulators argue that Kellogg's cereal's unnaturally high levels of everything from vitamin A to zinc actually qualify Special K as a genetically modified organism, or GMO. More specifically, Special K is swole with the same artificial compounds that studies have shown to potentially pose health risks, specifically to children and pregnant women. In conclusion, you may want to stick with crunch berries. You don't need to take a transcontinental flight to visit countries that have banned American foods. Just drive up to the Canadian border, flash your passport, and sign an affidavit saying you're not smuggling any steak tartare in your trunk. Today, consuming raw meat has fallen out of fashion in the U.S., much like other foods like veal and pâté, which don't make you sick but might make you sad. But while baby cow and overstuffed goose liver is illegal in parts of America now, tartare is not. See, while veal and pâté may be uncool, they are also served hot. Unlike tartare, which is chopped up cold meat, straight from the cow. Undercooked or raw foods can lead to an increase in food poisoning and parasitic infections, especially in beef and poultry. But considering how fancy pants steak tartare is, Titanic food one might say, you'd think countries might look the other way and let the
Mr.
can't
Bean.
see him.
Look at his nose.
Tartar
No.
is Titanic food, one might say. You'd think countries might look the other way and let the luxury delicacy slide.
Oh,
And for
so
a long
funny,
time,
though.
they did. In Canada, meat has to reach an internal temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit, the equivalent of a medium rare steak, in order to be considered safe to serve. But those rules aren't strictly enforced. That is, until recently. In 2021, restaurant owners in New Brunswick selling steak tartare were all served cease and desist letters. Canadian public health officials had decided that amid the ongoing health crisis of COVID-19, the last thing their citizens needed was a side order of botulism. Is there anything more American than Coca-Cola? The Fizz.
Again, I think it's a difference because I think Sweden actually makes their own Coca-Cola in Sweden. I think that if you look in, I think if I drank an American Coca-Cola, it would probably taste different than a Swedish one.
You think so?
I think so, and it's gonna be probably about the aftertaste, than the entire taste itself. I'm just guessing here,
yeah.
but I feel like
But,
why
I
would they
mean,
put Coca-Cola? Well, Ricky, we're gonna find out
Yeah,
why.
yeah,
now.
yes.
The flavor, the former secret ingredient, cocaine. Coke is
Yeah, that
basically
was-
apple pie in beverage form. And it's not just Americans who are cuckoo for Coke. Invented by a pharmacist in 1886 Georgia, Coca-Cola quickly caught on overseas. It was the World War II GI's drink of choice. Pre-pandemic, Coca-Cola had 500 brands in over 200 countries, making it the best-selling soft drink and one of the most recognizable brands of all time. But there will always be exceptions, and unlike the other entries on the list, for once it has nothing to do with health concerns. Everybody knows that Coke is not good
Sugar?
for you. We just decided collectively that we don't care. No, the
Aha.
country
What is what?
It has to be.
The Coca-Cola company is not happy with me. That's okay. I'll still Donald Trump. Donald
you.
Trump.
We just decided collectively that we don't care. No, the countries that have outlawed the brand have done so because of what it represents, a symbol of the encroachment of American capitalism.
No.
From 1962 to 2011, the U.S. banned sales of Coke to Burma as part of sanctions against the military junta that ruled the country until 2011. It resumed sales in the country in 2012. Today, Coca-Cola is only unavailable in 2 countries with long-term trade embargoes with the U.S. North Korea hasn't allowed Coke since 1950, and the bubbly beverage has been banned in Cuba since Fidel Castro seized supplies in 1962. First the prequels, now Coke. Is there anything that can't be ruined by the federalization of trade taxation? In
Yeah.
a twist of irony and lime, Cuba was actually one of the first bottlers of the beverage outside of America. Today, Cuba Cola has replaced Coke as the country's soft drink of choice, though black market sales abound. After all,
Cola.
it is the birthplace of the Cuba Libre, aka the rum and Coke.
Yeah.
M&M's, the delicious melt-in-your-mouth, not
I'm just gonna turn down the volume here so I don't hear this.
in your hand snacks, were originally a collaboration between the Scion sons of the Mars and Hershey dynasties in 1941. Like Coca-Cola, M&M's gained international fans during World War II, as American soldiers popularized the candy overseas as the chocolate that won't get your trigger finger all sticky. But you won't find the candy in Sweden, where it's banned due to a trademark conflict with a popular national candy that also features lowercase m's as
Okay, I don't know.
What? I don't get this. I don't get this
But there is. This is not true.
because we have it.
Yeah, it's not true.
Or do we have like our own thing?
We don't have American. No, we don't have we do not have American M&Ms. We do have Marabou's M&Ms.
Yeah, I know. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's another bag I buy sometimes, and I don't like the flavor of them.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the brown bag. Yeah, I don't like the flavor on that one. But I can say this: we do have M&Ms in Sweden, but I don't know if it's no. I'm gonna go to the store later on just to check it out because I don't know. I feel like it's just not true.
No.
in a way that I cannot explain.
as its signature. When Mars introduced the candy to Sweden in 2009, a court ruled its marketing too similar to that of the Norwegian Marabous, which resemble
Norwegian Marabou is not Norwegian. No. You're gonna watch me Google this because it's bullcrap. Marabou is Marabou Norwegian?
I don't know.
Have I been lying to myself this entire years? Marabou. No, that's bullshit. It says here that it's Marabou was founded in 1916 and the first chocolate factory in Sundbyberg outside Stockholm.
This
is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. If you're gonna make this, he's probably not thinking about Sweden now. He's thinking that Norway has maybe banned the M&Ms. Sweden have not, and
Kit Kats. During World War I, Marabou had moved its manufacturing to its Swedish neighbors, where it received a royal...
Yeah, but no. It says here that the first Marabou was founded in 1916, and the first chocolate factory was in Sundbyberg.
Man, maybe it says
no
something
bullshit.
more than
No,
okay.
he's wrong.
warrant of appointment by the King of Sweden. And here we thought the Swiss were the chocolate snobs. Should you want to check out what the fuss is all about, Marabou's is sold in IKEA stores here in the U.S. Well, at least it's good to know that M&Ms don't contain any harmful dyes or chlorine residue, right? That's a pretty important victory for hard-shelled chocolate. So what do you think? Which of these banned foods sounds the most delicious? Let us...
Again. Oh,
it's a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I leave this with a lot of questions because I don't get it.
No,
I need
I don't
to
get it
check
either.
this out because I don't want to sit here and believe that I know everything, but I need to check some of these things out.
There's nothing.
He has on this.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm gonna of course check and actually read because I think that he's wrong about the Marabou. Maybe it started, but it says on marabou.se that it was founded in 1916 in Sundbyberg outside Stockholm. It doesn't say anything about Norway.
No, we need to look it up because
yeah.
But it feels like and it's 5 months ago.
Yeah.
So it should.
I think he just picked a couple of things that has been maybe not ruled.
But maybe it's going to happen too.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it was interesting. I like this.
It was. It raised more questions than actually.
Yeah.
Let me know what you think in the comment section about everything that was said in this video. And I'm going to Google a bit after this one.
Yeah, me too.
So let's wrap it up here. We're going on 30 minutes here. If you did enjoy, smack the like. And, of course, hit that subscribe if you did enjoy. If you want to join the cool, awesome people, click join to become a member or check out the amazing link in the comment section. It's pinned on top. You get everything you need there, including our new merchandise store. So go check it out. Well, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm Ricky.
I'm Carol.
You.
Stay safe.